Hello and welcome to my video today. I received a box in today from a new company that has contacted me. Let's open it up and see what's inside. This is a LOKITHOR JP400. And let's look at the box and see what it shows on here. It says it's the world's most compact jump starter with air compressor, has Connect Max technology. Our state-of-the-art system automatically detects the impedance of the clamp connection to your car battery, ensuring optimal contact every time and maximizing the starting efficiency of your jump starter. Let's see some stats on here. It is spark-proof, 12-volt lithium. It supports up to 8.5 liter gas and 6.5 liter diesel. And it'll also work on EVs, of course. It has reverse polarity protection and 2500 amp peak. Let's see, what else do we have on here? It has a 8000 milliampere hour battery that's built in, which is about equivalent to 2 iPhones of charging. So not too bad. So that's handy for any charging that you need to do. It can be charged by USB-C. It outputs to USB-C and also USB-A. Starting current 1500 amps, peak current 2500 amps, inflator pressure range. So it has a tire inflator built in, 8 to 150 PSI, airflow 22 liters per minute, sensor position is plus or minus 1 PSI, has an LED light that provides 300 lumens. And then we have a bunch of charging temperature ranges, storage temperature ranges, and operating temperature ranges. Lots of good stuff in here. So I think I've seen everything on here. So let's open it up. Flip open the lid. We have a LOKITHOR Force of Thunder in hand. So just a welcoming letter to the customer. Very nice. Then we also have the user manual right here. I'm not going to cover everything in here, but I'm just going to mention that it has all the details on the device and how to operate it, and also if you get any warnings, and warranty information, customer service, etc. So nice. And let's remove the device from here. And let's have a closer look. Yes, it is very small. Let me get out my ruler here. Yeah, it's just over 7¼ inches long, 3½ inches tall, and about 2 inches high. So yes, very compact. I'm going to go over all these LED and the buttons and all that stuff in a little bit, but I'm just doing a quick overview. We have the little flap here that hides the USB-C and USB-A ports. So when you don't need them, it's all tucked away. Nothing on this side. Then we have a 12-volt outlet on this side for the jumper cables. And then we have the tire inflator inlet right here, and then we have a light on the side. And then on the back, oh, so this is very nice. They give a full explanation of all the error LED and codes. So if you have any problems, you can just look to the back of this and have all the explanations for you. You don't even need to have the manual on you for that. And then on the back here, we have the same information of the specs that I saw on the box. So yeah, let's see what else is in the box. There's another layer here, so let me move this stuff out of the way. We have a storage bag right here with drawstring. We have the jump cable, as I mentioned, that will attach to it. We have the tire inflator, or any kind of inflator really, air pressure inflator hose right here. So it is kind of all tied up here. So yeah, let me do a quick measurement on that. It is just over 19 inches in length, so pretty decent size. We also have a USB A to C cable in here for charging the battery pack. And we have a little kit of accessories for the tire inflator. So let's pop that open. Yep, so if you have a basketball, football, beach ball, any kind of toys that need inflation, you got a whole little kit right here that I would probably throw on your workbench or in your car just in case you need it. And that's it. That is everything that's inside the box. Now I'm going to go over all the buttons and the display on the LOKITHOR JP400. We have the power button right here. And what you need to do is a short press turns it on, and then a long press for 2 seconds turns it off. The button up here is for the flashlight or the power LED. And I'm going to press that and show you what it looks like on the side here. Holding the light button turns it on. And if you press it again, it turns it off. Let's turn it on again. And if you do it twice, it does a strobe effect. And if you do it 3 times, it's an SOS effect. And then one more time, turns it off. I'm going to test the light right now. Here's the flashlight. It's actually pretty powerful. That tree is about 10 feet away from me. Yeah, pretty cool. Next we have the tire inflator, or just the inflator pump right here. So I'm going to press it to turn it on. So if we want to use the pump, we would take the inflator hose and attach it to the port on the side. Make sure it is on tight. It is all the way on right now. And then you would just attach this to whatever you're going to be inflating, for example, a bike tire or a car tire. So if we press the mode button, it will go between the units of bar and PSI and also the presets. So we had car, we have bike, we have like a moped or a e-bike, and a basketball or any other sporting equipment that you want to inflate. And then you can just go to PSI just by itself if you want to use that. And for example, on my car, I have 44 PSI for the front tires. So I set that number there and I would inflate it. So let me go and show you what that looks like right now. So we're here at my wife's car. This one happens to have a 35 PSI rating for the front tires. So I am going to attach it to the tire valve stem there. And we can see that it is showing 29.4. I just need to press the pump. All right, so it shuts off at 35 PSI like I said. So I am good. I just need to flip this and remove it. So yeah, it works pretty well for inflating tires. So when you're done with the tire inflator, you can just unscrew the hose. The next thing I want to show you is the battery indicator. So this 4 boxes here indicates the charge level. Right now it's 3 out of 4. So that indicates how much battery life you have. The digital display here can be used for different things. It could be used for the pump with the PSI, or you could use it with the voltage indication. So if you go into the mode button here, if you hold it down for 5 seconds, it will put it in a manual mode. However, this does disable the safety protection and manually forces boost to be on. And this is only to use when a battery is too low to be detected. Otherwise, just use the regular auto mode. So if I press it again, that'll turn it off. Up here we have the clips. So let me show you how those work. Here are the jumper cable clips, or otherwise known as alligator clips. You would open the port on the top here of the 12-volt connector. And if you look at the jumper cable, you will attach the large to the small and the small to the large. So let me do that right now. I'll insert that and then press it in all the way. It will clip in. And then you can see it is firmly attached. We have the indicators here for the negative clip and the positive clip. If you get a green LED, it means that there's a low connection impedance. If you have a yellow LED, it means high connection impedance. And the same thing for both of those. So for the positive clip, a green LED means low connection impedance, and a yellow LED means high connection impedance. All right, so there's some other icons on here that are a little hard to see. That plus that you see there is the reverse polarity indicator. That means the charger is connected to the battery in reverse, so you need to reverse the connections. The next one over with the thermometer is a hot indicator. It illuminates solid red when the internal temperature is too high. Next to it we have the snowflake, which is the cold indicator, and that illuminates solid blue when the internal temperature is too low. Next to that we have the error indicator. That means you need to either restart the device, or if you continue to get that problem, contact support. And lastly there, this one is the charging reminder indicator. When the yellow light is on, you need to charge the device before you can use the startup function. All right, so I think that pretty much goes over the display and the buttons that you see on the top of the device. There's no other buttons on here, you just have those on the top. And like I mentioned, you have your USB ports right here. So let me open that up. Well, first let me take this off. If you're not charging, you need to remove this and then close that port. And let me get the USB cable out. So if you want to charge something, for example, a phone, you would connect the USB cable to this port right here. And then you can charge something like a phone or other device. If you have a lightning cable or other micro USB or mini USB cable, you would just insert that into the USB-A port and charge your device. If the battery is low in this unit, you would need to charge it. And in order to charge it, we use this one right next to it. So the USB-C right there is what we'll plug into. And then we can plug this into a power brick and charge it up. So I'm going to do that right now and show you. I'm going to connect it to a power brick right here. So as you can see, it has an animation showing that the battery is charging up. So as you can see, it's getting a max of 12 watts as the input into the device. So it's actually kind of neat that you can see how much power it is when it's charging. And conversely, when you're actually charging another device, such as a phone or something else with the USB-A port, you'll see the watts that it's using that's coming out of this battery pack. Well, I'll let that charge up, and when it's fully charged, I'll go on to the next thing. And here we are under the hood of my Volvo XC60. The battery in this car is right here. The positive terminal is here and the negative terminal is here. So what we want to do is test this out. It'll show what the voltage is on the battery by just connecting it. So what we're going to do now is connect the red to the positive and the black to the negative. And then I am going to turn it on. And it takes a few seconds. And now it's going to show the voltage. And as you can see here, it is at 12.2 volts, which is good. If this was a low voltage, such as say 8 volts or something like that or lower, and you need to do a jump start, you would go in the car and turn on the power button and then start the car up, and then this would jump it. Since this right now is just going to be on the testing mode, I don't need to do that. Yeah, so it's looking pretty good. So it's a great way to test the voltage on your 12-volt battery. So when you're done, just press the off button here and then disconnect the two clips. Now I'm under the hood of my Fisker Ocean, and the 12-volt battery is right here. The positive terminal is here. The negative terminal is underneath here, but there's also a jump terminal right there. So I'm going to test it on the jump terminal and the positive and see how that works. So let me loosen this up. Going to connect. Let's see how far this can reach. I am going to connect here. So I am on that terminal, and now I am going to be on the positive terminal, and I am now going to turn it on. It's going to count down from 10 to 0. And we are at 12.6 volts, which is a nice healthy number. And just like I showed you on the Volvo, if this was dead, say if it was under 10 volts, you could use this to jump start. If you were locked out of the vehicle and needed to open the doors, this should provide enough power to do so. And then you would be able to open the doors and be able to get inside the vehicle. And then this should be able to start it. And after you do the jump, then I would recommend using a battery charger, preferably one above 20 amps to charge up the 12-volt battery. So this basically is it. I hope this was an interesting and useful video for you. I think this is a great product to have. It is super compact. You could pack this away underneath the hood, inside the Fisker Ocean's hood, so that if you did have an emergency, you could take this out and do a jump start if you need to. So I recommend having one of these in every one of your vehicles, because if you're ever somewhere and you need to jump start your car, you can do so with this device. And it has many more features. It allows you to have a flashlight, a tire inflator, and also the ability to charge any items by USB. So it has great emergency use for many different features. See the link in the video description for this unit. So that's about it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.